Regan-Sinclair, and I'm known as the Consciousness Architect. So normally I do a live stream at 7 p.m. on a Thursday, and I've also got a Patreon channel which I do healing and meditation for people twice a month on. Currently that's going to increase in the future the more of you that come forward. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm hoping to reach people that are a little bit further afield than America and Canada and the UK, and that's why I've decided to do a late night live. So how can I help? Well, after 20 years in architecture and having lost my father, I needed some healing myself. And that completely changed my path in life. And I ended up learning energy healing, hypnotherapy, counselling, neuro-linguistic programming, and various other things that I've dabbled in courses in other healing modalities, and working with shamans and all sorts of stuff. But it gave me an overall knowledge base to create something new from. So my healing system is under the umbrella of Crystal Key. And within that, I help you access deep into your subconscious and even unconscious information that is creating your reality. There are lots of videos on my feed, on YouTube, and there's stuff on Instagram as well. And there's some freebies in my Patreon channel. The links are below. But basically, our reality is a product of us. What we've got in our DNA, what we've got in our hearts, in our minds, what we've inherited from our ancestors, these subconscious beliefs from other lifetimes. All of these things are the software in the machine of what creates our reality. And by that I mean the physical experience that most of us perceive as our reality. In truth, it's very similar to us living in a holographic simulation that is a projection of us. We see the world as we are, not as it is. For example, if you put 100 people in a cinema and got them all to watch the same movie and ask for them to write a page, a synopsis of that movie, you would get 100 different explanations or perceptions of what they experienced, what they felt from that movie. All of it based on what's inside them, what's in their hearts, what's in their mind, what they believe about relationships, what they believe about life, whether they're in a negative or a positive space or an infinite space in between the negative and the positive. But when we come together as a collective, where we are in that frequency range from negative to positive is what's creating our reality. And yours might be great, and that's wonderful. But the majority of people are seeing things in this world that they don't want to look at. The global shadow. Hi Diana. And all of these things are a reflection of us. Basically anything out there that you're avoiding because it scares you, that makes you angry, or that you've got an opinion on, or you want to fight against, all these things are a projection of what's in you. Enlightened people are neutral because what they're seeing, the negative things they're seeing out there, are not attached to any programming patterns, core belief systems, or experiences in them, in their energy field, in their consciousness, because they've spent years cleaning out any negativity, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through healing, whether it's through music, however they've done it, they've done it. So anything we're seeing out there that we've got an opinion on, that bothers us, is because there's something within us projecting it into our reality. Our higher consciousness is in charge of that. Our higher consciousness brings these things to us to wake us up to what we need to heal in this lifetime. And healing, I say all the time, it's not about being sick. It can be and it can help because we get into the root cause of the illness. And 87% of that is said to be mental or emotional, stuff, trauma that we haven't dealt with. 13% toxicity. Food, alcohol, cigarettes, chemicals, whatever. It's putting toxins into our body. Non-organic food. Stuff like that. So why bother? I call it levelling up. Why bother levelling up? Well, the reason we should do it is because it projects a better reality for everyone. So imagine we're all living in this huge apartment block and you've got the third dimension. The first two are the basement, parking spaces. Every time we heal, change our belief systems, release negativity from our system, release inherited racism or xenophobia or sexism or anger or judgment or jealousy or envy or anything like that, unforgiveness, all of these things which we all experience in our lives. Every time we heal something like that, it's like a code in your DNA. Every time we change it with conscious intent through healing or getting help or joining my group on Patreon, our movement is making a big difference, but we do need more people to come and join us. Every time we do that, we change reality for everyone. Everyone. Because every single one of us is a piece of our Creator. Every single one of us is a soul within a spiritual being, within a physical reality, having an experience for a reason. We chose to be born at this time because these planetary alignments that are happening, and today is the 8-8 portal, what that means is certain planets line up within the solar system and the energy comes through the planets. It's like it opens a gateway to allow more energy into our system, and we ground it into the earth, and that spreads around us. The more of it we absorb, that changes reality. And it's happening a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Every time somebody meditates, every time there's an alignment, every time somebody heals something within themselves, it makes a difference to the whole. So we're here to level up. We're here to release the past. We're here to release past karmic stuff that's in our systems from not only our previous lives, but from our ancestors. We're here to be the new core programming for the new earth. We are the program. We are the particles of creation. We're pieces of God, Source, Holy Spirit, One, call it what you will, that have separated in a perception way. We're all still connected. In order to experience all these individual lifetimes and to learn and to grow and to create and to explore and to invent. And every time we do that, we're growing God. We're expanding One. We're changing the software in the machine of reality. We are the software. Our hearts and minds are the software that creates the experience. And you may look at the world around you and go, all this nasty stuff that's out there is nothing to do with me. But unfortunately, we all have to take responsibility. Every single one of us has got shadow aspects. We live in a duality matrix, light and dark. But those that have been working towards raising their consciousness, instead of fighting the dark or judging the dark or being a victim of the dark, we realize that by taking the light and the dark and merging it into the neutral, clearing out our judgments, our fears, our patterns, our programs, clearing out the they're doing this to us, blaming them for the way the world is and being victims, into stepping back into the neutral path in the middle and going, I am a creator. Every one of you is a creator, a co-creator, a piece of God, a piece of One, a piece of the Holy Spirit. You are phenomenally powerful. You have no idea how powerful you are. But when we come together, we're a tidal wave. We stop being a drop in the ocean, we become the ocean. And that's what my Patreon channel is about. I started a movement on there last December to get people together. I opened the One Portal, which is an anomaly that is just phenomenal, literally. It's like a big portal in your consciousness that you can release these old codes and patterns and programs into and replace them with source energy or bliss energy. So we do that, and then we sit in silence for 20 minutes, no mind meditation. Now you might think, why do you sit in silence? When you go into your heart and sit in silence and focus and just ignore the thoughts, let them go by. Don't let them grab you. You're doing so many things for your mind, body and spirit. It's phenomenal. You're resting everything. When you're in no mind, you're actually stopping the aging process. There's no time in no mind to your body. So let's say you get into meditation and you meditate for 10 minutes 3 times a day. When you get up, maybe a little bit at lunchtime, and then before you go to bed. That's 30 minutes a day that you're in no time. That's 30 minutes a day that you're not aging. Meditation can help with depression, anxiety, blood pressure, so many different types of things. But when we go into that space and become that no mind frequency, we're actually with our Creator, with God, with One, with Source. When you go into it with intent, asking your higher power to realign your blueprint back to how it was, you're actually reversing aging, purifying every cell, every fiber in your whole being. Meditation is one of the most important things that we can do. And it's been mocked and poo-pooed by many people. I've seen it done in movies before. But we are mind, body and spirit. And over the years we've gone from healing the body to the mind-body connection, and then the mind-body-spirit connection is coming in. But spirit, when you say spirit, people think of ghosts, whizzing around. That's not what it means. It means your energy field. Your energy field, your auric field, your biogenetic field, your bioenergetic sheath. It's called many different names. Your quantum field. But it's your immune system. So it's important to treat that, to make that boosted. And that's where meditation comes in. When you're in that space, you're bringing Holy Spirit, God, One, Creator, the Supreme Being into your field. You're resting in that. You're consuming that. And it's really important in order to maintain balance. So over the years, I've developed a way to help people heal mind, body, spirit, raise their consciousness. I focus on many different areas, all based around trauma, addiction, mental health, even weight, which is usually linked to some kind of trauma or self-esteem issue in the first place. A percentage of it is food. There are lots of people out there that are obese that do not eat a lot of food. That excess weight is about protection, because inside there's a vulnerability or there's a wounded soul. That's my area of expertise. I work with all different types of people, from very famous celebrities to civilians, all age groups, all genders. I treat men and women differently because they think differently. Our brains are wired differently. Men are not comfortable about talking about their emotions, where generally women are. So there needs to be another way to treat them. All of these things I've looked into, having worked with military personnel in the past who've been through a lot. And it made me realise that men and women need to be treated differently in that respect. But I'm on here late tonight because I'm hoping that this is going to reach some people on the other side of the globe, and it's the morning for you. And maybe guide some of you to my Patreon channel on my website. Check me out, there's links below. But I've started a movement, and I need your help to get that ball rolling. Because the more people that we get into these meditations, into these healings, we're like a hive of bees coming together. We're like this cluster of stars. We heal together and we expand together. And we're sending out that beautiful frequency in that 20-minute meditation. We've connected to the core of creation. We're taking that silence and that purity, and we're seeing and holding a vision of the world in our heart without corruption, without racism, without sexism, without starving people, without homelessness, without the corruption, without the manipulation and the control. We can create a better world. We are the software, but we need to come together to do it. And there's a lot going on out there to separate people. It's an agenda. So be careful. Be careful what you focus on, what you listen to, what you allow into your consciousness. 3 seconds and naming things, and you pulled that into your consciousness. The mind is a very precious and delicate tool, but it's very powerful. So if this is touching you in any way, if this resonates with you in any way, I'm asking if you are happy to help by sharing my videos with people, watching them yourself, and joining us, joining our movement. I talk on YouTube on this channel, but when we go into Patreon, once I've got the stream going, which sometimes takes me a minute or so, we get straight into the healing. We get straight into the meditation, and it takes about 30 minutes. There are some freebies on there if you want to go and join as a free member and try some of the meditations. If you scroll down to some of the other ones, you can try it. There's also a very good one on here, on YouTube, called the Spring Equinox 2023. It's 15 minutes long, and if you've never tried the One Portal, I highly recommend you try that one. Look for the Spring Equinox 2023. It balances the male and female. It's a really powerful meditation, healing with the One Portal. So I just wanted to come on and say a quick hi to hopefully people on the other side of the world. And if this resonates with you in any way, I'm hopeful that you'll share my videos, subscribe and like and share them with your friends, and check out my website. There are audios on there, there's videos on there to learn astral projection, how to go into your Akashic Records, which is your library of everything you've ever done. The female empowerment workshops on there, there's animal communication and healing workshops, there's all these online courses on there. I even can help you with property alignment remotely. That's changing all the energy grids to suit you and the people in the building, including your pets, so they're all working in harmony with one another. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. And I hope you've had a good 8-8 portal. There's a lot of energies coming in. It's powerful. The world is a changing place, and every one of us is a part of it. How quickly that changes is up to us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay guys, have a fantastic day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you all again soon. I'm here every Thursday And my Patreons are, so July would be the 7th of July, August is the 8th of the 8th, the 9th and 9th. The next one is going to be in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today. And also next month we've got the equinox coming up, the autumn fall equinox. And it's usually around about the 20th, 21st of September. I haven't looked up the exact date yet. But this is another powerful alignment of the planets that's going to be affecting all of us. And for those of you that do normally, follow me and listen to my videos, remember your animals are going through these upgrades as well. So they need a little bit of extra fluids, a little bit of massage, a rub, care and attention. They may feel more tired than they normally are and things like that. So it's not just humans that are going through it. The animals are leveling up with us as well as the planet. The vibrational frequency is changing. We're becoming shinier. We're becoming purer. We need to open our hearts. And that's going to make a big difference. So thanks for listening. And hopefully I'll see some of you again soon. Take care, guys. Bye for now.